You know when Emmerdale lines up a week where you can just sense trouble is brewing. That's exactly what's ahead. We're talking secrets coming out, heartbreak no one saw coming, and one dark twist that could flip the whole village on its head. These 9 spoilers for the week of 1st to 5th September are big ones. What you really don't want to miss, because every single one pushes the story forward in a massive way. So stick with me here on Episode Whisper, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's talk through everything that's about to kick off in Emmerdale next week. 1. Aaron starts doubting John. We begin with Aaron. Now, viewers will know Aaron's been trying to move forward with John, but things aren't quite sitting right. When the pair get back from their little breakaway, they sit down for lunch with Chaz. She's gutted when Aaron confirms he's actually moving away with John for good. You can feel the pain in her face, a mum realizing her son might not be around anymore. But Aaron's not as settled as he looks. He's picking up on John's strange behavior, little things that just don't add up. Chaz spots it too, because she knows her boy better than anyone. Then, when John suddenly dashes off after hearing that Charity might call the police over Mac's disappearance, Aaron's left rattled. Why so eager to get away? Why the excuses? This is where the seeds of doubt are planted. And for Aaron, once those doubts creep in, they're hard to shake. 2. Robert kisses Aaron, and then, the twist we've all been waiting for, Robert. He's already on edge, especially after hearing whispers about Mac and Aaron leaving for John's old family home. The thought of Aaron slipping away forever is too much. So Robert interrupts while Aaron's packing and starts pushing him again, telling him he's making a huge mistake. You can see where this is going, can't you? The tension between them hasn't gone away. Robert knows exactly which buttons to press, reminding Aaron of their connection, of everything they've shared. And when he leans in, he kisses him. It's not just a quick kiss either. You can feel Aaron's torn. He's tempted, he's confused, and suddenly this plan of moving away with John doesn't feel so clear anymore. Fans who've followed Robron through all their history, this moment is going to hit hard. 3. John drugs Aaron now. Here's where it turns properly chilling. John senses something shifted. He knows Aaron's head is elsewhere, probably back with Robert, and jealousy takes over. So he comes up with a dark plan. He decides to drug Aaron. Not in some over-the-top dramatic way, but quiet, controlled, sinister. He spikes Aaron's whiskey. Aaron has no clue. He just takes a glass and within minutes, you can see it's hitting him harder than it should. But John isn't done. He slips out to fetch firewood, leaving Aaron alone, woozy, vulnerable. And Anne, not realizing what's happening, pours himself another drink, another laced glass. This is dangerous. This is the kind of storyline where you just want to shout at the telly, "Don't drink it!" But he does. And John's plan to control Aaron starts taking root. So while Aaron's future is being twisted by John and complicated by Robert, elsewhere in the village another young life is heading into real danger. 4. April faces a knife threat. April decides she's not letting Dylan take on risky Joff anymore. She steps in herself and agrees to handle the drug drop. This is April we're talking about. Still so young, but already caught up in something far too dangerous. She heads to the car park with the bag. Straight away, a hooded man approaches and demands it. When she hesitates, he pulls a knife. In that moment, she has no choice but to hand it over. It's terrifying. One wrong move and things could have been so much worse. Afterwards, Dylan tries to reassure her, saying Ray will understand. But we know Ray isn't exactly a forgiving type. When they finally face him, the question is, will he see April's decision as brave, or as a mistake that needs punishing? This is going to shake her up for a long time. 5. Paddy takes Dylan in. Meanwhile, Paddy's story takes an emotional turn. He's gutted when Dylan doesn't show up at the hostel he paid for. Instead of walking away, Paddy makes a huge decision. He invites Dylan to stay at his place. Now you can imagine how this goes down. Chaz is horrified. She doesn't want Dylan under their roof, not with everything that's gone on. And she ropes in Liam, pressuring him to push Paddy and Mandy out if he doesn't listen. But here's the thing about Paddy: when he decides someone needs help, he'll go out of his way to give it, even if it makes his own life more complicated. It's one of those moments where you can see his big heart, but also the trouble it's about to cause. 6. Liam grows suspicious while Paddy's making decisions. Liam starts piecing together in his own way. He notices Tracy isn't herself. Low spirits, bouts of depression, struggling with single parenthood. He suggests more counseling, but then the conversation shifts. Liam admits he's not convinced about Nate's disappearance. He's skeptical. The story doesn't make sense, especially the idea that Owen, big as he is, could have overpowered a farmer like without leaving more behind. This sparks something in Tracy. Her doubts grow stronger. If Nate really did just walk away, why does it feel like everything is being hidden from her? By the way, if you're still watching at this point and enjoying catching up on all the spoilers, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps the channel loads, and you'll always be up to date on the biggest soap twists before they hit the screen. 7. Tracy and Charity compare notes. Tracy's doubts keep building, and soon she finds herself opening up to Charity. The two women sit down and talk about what they've been through. Charity's struggling with Mac's disappearance, while Tracy's still hurting after Nate. And as they talk, something clicks. Both of them were dumped in strange ways. A voice note for one, a text for the other. It's too similar, too cold, too impersonal. Tracy starts wondering if there's a bigger picture here. Charity's emotions are raw, but she listens. Could the two of them actually work together to get some answers? This could be one of those unlikely partnerships that changes everything. 8. Charity breaks down. Charity's really being put through the ringer here. That text message from Mac was bad enough, cold, dismissive, and completely out of character. But now she's got this voicemail to deal with, and hearing his voice saying over just makes it feel 10 times worse. You can see why it would cut so deep. Text you can try to brush off, but once you hear someone's tone, it's real, isn't it? For Charity, it's like he's ripped the ground out from under her. Chaz does what she can, but this is one of those situations where even family support only goes so far. Charity's never been one to bottle up her emotions. When she hurts, you see it plain as day. And this time, it's not just sadness, it's a proper mix of heartbreak and anger. It's the not knowing that's eating her up. She can't move on if she doesn't fully believe Mac's gone by choice. And here's where fans are starting to question things. A text and a voicemail both landing just right to end their marriage, but still no actual sight of Mac. It feels a bit too neat, doesn't it? Almost staged. Emmerdale doesn't usually hand us easy answers, so you can't help but wonder if there's something much darker happening behind the scenes. If Mac really has been silenced or forced away, this could open up a massive storyline. Charity's instincts are usually sharp when it comes to people she loves, and if she starts digging, we know she won't let it drop. This could lead to some explosive reveals down the line, and viewers are definitely going to be split. Half convinced he's alive, half certain he's gone for good. Either way, the drama's only just getting started. 9. Paddy uncovers John's secret, and we circle back to John. His grip on Aaron is getting darker, but he doesn't realize something's slipping. Paddy, of all people, might end up being the one who sees through him. He's been volunteering for a crisis charity, talking to vulnerable people online. What he doesn't know is that one of those people is John himself. John's using the service, probably thinking it's anonymous, probably thinking he's safe. But as Paddy connects the dots, the truth starts to dawn. Could this be the moment when he finally realizes his neighbor isn't just dangerous? A murderer hiding in plain sight. This could be the start of John's downfall. So there you have it. A week where Aaron's life takes a sinister turn. Robert, Rien faces a knife, and Charity reaches breaking point. On top of that, Tracy and Charity could end up joining forces, and Paddy might stumble across the key to everything. It's one of those weeks where you can't look away, because every storyline feels like it's pushing towards something huge. If you've enjoyed talking through all this with me, don't forget to give the video a like. It really helps. Drop a comment too. I'd love to know what you think about Aaron and Robert. Should they find their way back to each other, or has too much happened? And of course, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next round of spoilers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Emmerdale drama.